Welcome back to Gmaspillbox, episode 38, audio-only episode to bless your eardrums. Alright, Gasca, you were saying about Jujitsu?
Oh my god, so as the Jujitsu topic begins, I guess we'll start this as a topic. Do you want me to go with the broken arm story or like the competition class I was talking about?
Just keep going with the competition. We can save the broken arm until Mick gets here.
Okay, that sounds good. So I was in this competition class. I think his name was Jeff or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the dude's name, but he was a really nice guy. He was like saving my life. Like he was just being very patient with me, and I literally told him like, "Oh, thank you for your patience," because like,
Dude,
I did not expect it. Because like there was one moment where like we were like switching with people, and he like didn't have anyone to like roll with, and he was like, "Yo, did you guys like roll with each other before already?" And we're like, "No." And it's like, "Well, I need someone to roll with," and I'm like, "Oh, like he wasn't saying in like a bad way or anything, but like I've never, I guess, seen someone take it like seriously to that extent, which I'll probably get used to more and more." But
yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Dude, I mean, rolling with like those higher belts, like, and especially when they know that you're new, it's like great.
It's really relieving, to be honest.
Yeah, because they aren't spazzes.
Yeah.
They don't try and go hard, and then even like one of the guys was like basically drilling with me.
Yeah.
Like he was just teaching me some moves. Yeah. And one of the moves was like the guy was in my guard, and then I swept him.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went into mount. And it was probably the cleanest sweep I've ever had, and then we ended up scrambling for a little bit, and I ended up making my way to back, and then that's when I was able to submit him.
Oh yeah.
But I wouldn't have learned that sweep if the guy like last class didn't just like talk me through it.
I felt really good because I was actually when I went to open mat, I was able to pull a sweep on my cousin.
Nice.
He practices too. He's definitely has more technique than I do.
Yeah.
I'd say he's better than me.
Mm-hmm. You got that wrestler in you though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
you got that
lost
dog.
that cardio, man. So like,
yeah,
I need to get that cardio.
Yeah,
back
that
up.
cardio is deadly.
Cause like
6 rounds is what I did today, and for like the hour-long class, my max heart rate was 195, and my average was like 150. So my heart was just.
Wait, so how are you measuring that during rolling? Or is it like
I've got this whoop strap.
Oh yeah.
And I've got an attachment that allows me to like have like a bicep band basically.
Yeah.
And it's like a compression sleeve, and it just slides into the compression sleeve.
Oh, that's sick.
And then it tracks everything. Yeah, but it's pretty cool because if guys put pressure on it, it leaves like a little bruise from like where this is like pressing down. Yeah.
Wait, so like, is it like, do the people at the gym like get annoyed with that like kind of bicep thing on your?
Nobody's noticed it.
Oh, like
because I've got the gi. I've got the gi over it.
That makes sense.
And even in no gi, you can't really even tell. Really? But I've got the gi over it, and the gi is so robust that you can't even tell. But yeah, then I'm able to track it.
Oh, that's sick, man.
And it tells you all the different zones that your heart was in. I was at 90 to 100% of my heart rate for 30 minutes.
Dude, rolling is like super exhausting.
Oh my god. I put it on my story, but it's the most exhausting thing I've ever felt next to like playing full court basketball.
Really?
Because full court basketball, especially when you're going hard, that's like you're sprinting up and down the court. Wrestling and like grappling and jiu-jitsu, if you're rolling with somebody, and especially if you're new, because when you're like the purple belt, the guy wasn't even sweating. He knew where to put all of his locks and like all of his grips and his feet and stuff, just to basically have me just exert all my energy. But when you're new, dude, and you're just going, it's like a sprint the whole time.
Oh yeah, like Mick, what's so funny?
Fucking Aaron.
Oh.
All right, but now we got everybody here.
Okay, so you
want I want to hear the story. So you're at 10th Planet Lombard.
Yeah.
And it looks like there was like. Yeah, I did the intro.
Oh.
But once you hop on,
yeah,
we can do another intro.
Gotcha.
So it looked like there was like 50 people on that mat.
There's like 40 to 50 people there.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've not had fun in a very long time where like I've enjoyed doing something in a while, and that was the most fun I've actually had in the longest time. Like, so me and my cousin went to like a fundamental class, I usually try to go at least 2 to 3 times a week,
Yeah.
just because like to keep that habit, you know, and then like later on just build upon that habit, you know.
Yeah.
But so we went Monday. We were pretty much like rehearsing over this one sweep, and we were able to be more fluid with it. Because I definitely was like struggling the first time we did it, which is like the week before that.
Mhm.
But anyways, so we go to what's it called? We go to open mat, and we're like early. I told my cousin, oh, let's go there early, just because like there's not gonna be a lot of space, and I was right. Like
Yeah.
it was packed. Like it was super packed. We're already like set. We already signed our waivers already a long time ago. So all we do is pretty much just like put our backpacks in a certain area, and then we go. And me and him like are rolling for like we've rolled like with each other for like a good 4 rounds, just me and him.
Damn.
And that's when people start like coming and like walking in and stuff like that. So like there's like starting to become like a decent crowd. Like I want to say at least like 20 people are in.
Mhm.
And then I have like my mouth guarded and whatever. And so like I take a break on a round, and this one guy, he's like this stocky, like definitely looks like he wrestled like his whole life.
Yeah.
And he points at my cousin. He's like, "Oh, let's roll." And my cousin's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And I'm just like watching. I'm not even like, I don't really want to coach because I feel like it would be awkward, or like, because what can I really tell him if he knows more technique than me?
Right.
Anyways, so he like rolls with this guy. Dude is like putting the pace on him, just like putting his paws on him, just like throwing him around like a rag doll.
Yeah.
And like I could tell my cousin's like getting gassed out, but like he was able to like defend himself to an extent. And then he's like, "Oh, like round's over." My cousin's like, "Oh, you should roll with him. Just tell him like you're new, stuff like that." And I'm guarantee you this guy's like a white belt or something, because he's just like, but just with wrestling background, because like dude was a spaz. Like I liked rolling with him because it was like hard. But
Yeah.
he was just like I told him, "Hey, I'm new. Go easy." You
Yeah.
know? Like
Yeah, you like rolling with him until something happens.
yeah, and
Sure.
and then dude goes like puts the paws on me, picks me up, slams me right away, dude.
Damn.
Doesn't even like give me a chance to like actually like defend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh crud, how did I get in this position?" And then chokes me out.
Sheesh.
And then I'm like, okay. And so I'm trying to make it a little bit harder for him, so I'm like just level changing.
Mm-hmm.
But dude like gets at me again. I'm trying to sprawl, but like he's just too fast, and he ends up getting me like an arm bar. Whatever, right? I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not even like trying to like go at it with this guy, because he like I could tell he's like faster and stronger than me,
Mm-hmm.
and he just has more experience. And puts the paws on me again, whatever. Does it one more time, and then I'm like,
The
all right,
pause.
all right, just like I'm done. Like I'm like like dead, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I just compliment the guy. I'm like, yo, like good job, stuff like that.
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
The palm is like a. Is that like a legal punch?
No, I said pause. Sorry.
Oh,
Pause.
Like pause as in like he like worked.
Like just putting the hands on him.
Okay.
Just
yeah. No,
giving him the work.
I remember like Rob telling me like in wrestling there's like a legal punch you can do. It's kind of like this.
Yeah, like that's kind of like
Like you have like a cuffing motion. On
Yeah,
your
yeah.
hand, you know, and you kind of just like swing at them. You're not really like fully like punching them, but
you're kind of like doing it around the neck, right?
you're kind of slapping the guy.
Yeah.
It's a legal punch. So I'm like thinking like, oh, is that like the same thing in jiu-jitsu?
Technically, it is actually, but like if it depends under the rule set. I know. I think in ADCC rule set, that's like considered okay. Like that's not illegal. But then again, ADCC is like rule set's like the most aggressive. Like you could do like I think you could slam people too, which yeah, it's kinda
Slams are tough.
scary. Yeah.
There's even some rule sets. I mean, this is like almost a different sport, combat jujitsu, where you can palm strike.
Yeah.
You can strike with the palm. I mean, this is like, that's almost like,
Yeah, no, yeah.
like I'd almost rather hit somebody with my palm than with my knuckles, because I feel like I'd hurt myself with my knuckles. With my palm, that's like, that's solid. You've got all like your whole upper bone right there to put some pressure behind it. But I mean, guys will knock each other out.
Also risk injury to the wrist, don't you think?
Yeah, true, but I mean, closed fist is probably more.
Yeah, because like it'd be a lot more moving of the wrist.
Yeah,
You're
if
there.
you're not wearing straps on your wrist, you're almost guaranteed to do something.
But
yeah, so this guy gave you the work.
yeah, he gave me the work.
You dapped him up, said good job.
Yeah, but like I was like thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, this guy's kind of a spaz, like a little bit, just because of like I was talking to him. I made it clear. My cousin saw as a witness,
Yeah.
and so I sit it out. Like I sit out the next round just because like I didn't really want to. I'm just tired, you know. I just kind of want to watch because like now more people are coming in.
Yeah.
And some of the entertaining roles are like right in front of me. It's like first like front seat, you know. So I'm just like screw it. I'm just gonna sit down. And then
Damn, so there's like guys that are just so good that people will just sit there and watch them.
yeah,
That's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
like there's like literally there's this one corner specifically. Part of it I think was people that were tired. Part of it was people just watching.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a couple of us just sitting there and just watching and like waiting to get picked or you know
Yeah.
whatever. But I hear a ah, and I turn, and I see the guy that I just rolled with that was like the spaz.
Yeah.
And then like this older, taller, skinny guy like with a broken arm.
This guy just snapped his arm.
I don't know how he snapped his arm because like I only heard it, but I see one of the fundamental coaches like go up to and go, oh shit, and then run get the owner, and then like they're like talking amongst themselves, and like some people are like making sure that the guy who's broken his arm's okay.
Yeah, make sure you sign the waiver also.
Oh yeah. And a bunch of other things. And I see, like, the guy that I rolled with, like, he has his hands on his head, like, kind of, like, in the motion of, like, oh,
Like
what did I just do?
Yeah.
And then, like, I see him call someone, walk out the gym, because, like, there's, like, this weird, like, the gym itself kind of is, like, I feel like what could have been, like, a warehouse.
Mm.
So it's, like, a truck almost opening.
Yeah.
Or,
Like a giant garage.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I see him walk out that door and then run back in. And then, I don't know what happened. Like, I didn't want to be the kind of guy to be, like, nosy and be, like, ask questions.
Yeah.
But I just kind of, like, saw that all go down, and I did get to see his arm, like, broke. And it did look like, my guess, from how I was able to see it, how I remember it, I think maybe he did slam him, and, like, he put his arm out.
Oh.
That's my guess.
Okay, question for you.
Yeah.
So the way that just sounded like it happened, like, you know, the guy who slammed him didn't really do it. You know, it was like kind of just in the motion, in the sprawl, something, like a freak accident.
Yeah.
How do you think you would feel if you had somebody in an arm bar, cranked on it, they weren't tapping, you snapped their arm? How do you think you would feel? You think you would just be like,
I'd feel
I'm
really
a
guilty,
savage.
to be honest with you. I think I'd feel guilty in the moment, and then after feel like, oh, I'm a fucking
yeah, I'm the man. Let's go.
Like, I'd feel like, oh yeah, I'm the man. I'm the fucking shit.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. Like,
Tap early, tap often.
Bro thinks he's Oppenheimer for real.
Bro.
I don't know, cause like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when I first started like doing it, like training jiu-jitsu, when I was like 18.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I've been very inconsistent with jiu-jitsu, so just for you guys to know. But I was like that kid. I was like such a spaz, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was such a spaz, and I didn't really realize what spazzes were or like the unwritten rules of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
until like later on.
You were telling me you were going for leg locks on like
Yes,
day
dude.
one.
I was going for leg locks, and I didn't like realize it that I was kind of getting screwed because I was trying to do it against purple belts, and they were just messing me up.
Yeah.
And what's it called? My cousin was having an argument with me. Well, not really an argument, just more a conversation of like, who are more spazzes? And he was saying purple belts and blue belts are. And I'm like, no, white belts are.
Mm.
I'm like, I could say because I was one. And also, that was literally just evidence of a spaz.
For sure, dude. I mean, if you're there's probably some blue belts out there, maybe even some purple belts who are just ego freaks.
Yeah.
And maybe they're just like jacked up dudes who just want to destroy, but if they've been in the sport for that long, like I feel like they know, or they've seen spaz and they're like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like I made it a point to like try and not be that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm always just trying to like slide into positions and just like
Take it slow.
Yeah, just like slow. Even like if the person I'm going against is fast and quick, like I'm doing as much as I can to try and rein them in, so that I can try and make my slow movements. Because I'm at the point where I don't really know. Like I know some stuff, but I don't know it to where I can go boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah. No,
If
definitely.
if we get into like that sort of
Environment.
scenario.
Yeah.
So like if I can slow it down, so then they have to go at my pace. It worked for me, kind of. It hasn't really worked that well, but you know the guys I go with are good. So
honestly, like I always like usually tell the people that I'm rolling with, like, hey, I'm like new.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go slow. Or
Yeah.
like my cousin was kind of like surprised of how like slow I take it, and he was like, "Oh, well, like you're a white belt, you're not spaz." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's from prior experience."
yeah, no, you had to learn to chill
Yeah.
out. Luckily, my gym's pretty small, so everybody there pretty much knows that I'm like the newest guy in every class.
You do look like the new guy.
I do, right?
You also look like you're like Weezer.
Say it ain't
Actually,
so.
You look like you listen to Weezer. I'm sorry.
I do listen to Weezer.
That's funny.
And you look like Anthony Fantano.
That's insane.
Next, we're going to be reviewing Mick Beats Volume 11. 10 out of 10. Speaking of Mick,
Yeah.
I think we hit a little rotate.
Yeah, we'll hit a rotate.
Let's get the man, the myth, the legend in.
I think we should read off our sponsors. don't you think?
Yes, let's read off our sponsors.
Sponsors?
Dan, would you like to sit down and read the sponsors?
Yeah,
Okay.
Do we actually have sponsors?
we do have sponsors. Yeah, yes, we do. We talk about.
Oh, Dan Martinez Barber Shop.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, though, yeah.
Yeah,
Sponsored by Dan.
today's sponsor comes from me, Dan. Come get a cut. It's like $25. Come get look nice. Come get faded up, lined up.
Follow him. Follow.
Yeah, follow on Instagram. Fades by Dan. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Our other sponsor is Liquid IV. Shout out Liquid IV. Hell yeah.
Answer our emails, bitch.
True.
Also, sponsored by my MLM scheme.
Real.
Go into our link tree and you'll find a link to it there.
Our last sponsor of the day comes from our previous speaker, Eugene.
Uncle Julio's Mexican restaurant.
No. The Racism Podcast by Eugene, the last speaker. Yes. Tune into his
The
podcast.
last racism bender.
Yes. Oh God.
The last gender bender.
Yeah.
Yes. So, next topic at hand. We have Professor Robert here. So, Mr. Mick, tell us, where have you been these past 2 weeks?
I was in the psych ward for a week and a day.
Is that so? So,
Yeah.
tell me, you were telling me...
Mental asylum.
Asylum.
Asylum for the insane.
Arkham Asylum, right? You were telling me during your travels, you kept a catalog, a notebook, and you were documenting all the inmates in there like a Pokédex of
Yes.
some kind.
Indeed.
Tell me, is there a Charizard in there?
Yes.
Okay,
we'll get to
cool.
it.
So, why? Is my first question. Why?
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 Because I'm fucking insane.
Like, do you think it's like morally? Like, do you think what you're doing was like wrong morally?
Documenting it?
Yes.
I thought about that, but I tried to be as respectful as possible to most of them.
To most of them.
There's
I don't think
at least
documenting like something like that's bad. Like I don't know, my therapist says like writing down your feelings is good.
Well,
Yeah.
no, he wasn't writing down his feelings. He was writing down like these were like fucking animals.
What do you
that's
mean?
not what I was doing.
No.
I was trying to be as respectful as possible.
I'm kidding, bro. Okay, so give us an example. What's the
I have it
average?
numbered. I can just go down the entire list if
All
you
right,
want.
all right. Well, like, so first tell us about your day. Like, what's the average day before we get in?
The
We want to know
average
we want to know
day.
the
Alright,
environment
so-
before we know what goes on within the environment.
So the beds in this hospital were like sleeping on fucking like a shelf, or like a yeah, it was like sleeping on like a wooden shelf,
Hmm.
like a plastic shelf or something.
Oh yeah.
The pillows were they were okay, but the first night they gave me a pillow that was just a pillowcase full of like clothes for some reason, even though they had pillows. The first day they gave me a bag lunch, which was I'm not gonna call it a sandwich. It was whole wheat bread, cheese, whole wheat bread, and then a mustard packet.
Bro.
That's insane, bro.
A bag of Doritos, a fruit juice, little like 6-pack of like shortbread cookies, and I think that's it. And that was my dinner for that day. Then I was going to just sleep the entire time because when I walked in, it was like what you picture an asylum to be like in your mind, or like a mental asylum. Like there's people like laughing, like hysterically. There's like people talking to themselves. There's like people yelling, and like a dude on a walker, fucking shit like that.
So, tell us, what's number one on the Pokedex?
Number one is, I don't know if I want to say names. Should I?
Gary.
We'll go with Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
Scary Gary.
Scary Gary.
I'm just gonna read exactly what I wrote down and then elaborate on it.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
creepy guy who harasses female patients, attempts to pimp out his daughters, and by that I mean like he went up to someone and was like telling them that he looked fit to like impregnate his daughters.
What?
He called some of the female patients his daughters also.
Wow.
Like he'd point to them and be like, "That's my daughter over there."
That's insane.
Yeah. He walked up to me. I was introduced to this person when they walked up to me and sat next to me, and they were muttering something about killing their family. Frequently talks to himself. When we would be on like a news channel, he'd come up and call the TV weather reporter a stupid bitch, or like say like, "Show me them titties, bitch." He got tackled and forcefully medicated at one point because he got too aggressive.
Oh my god.
And there's more, just generally a pervert, just always talking about sex. Sometimes talking about like possibly like child stuff. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's...
I can't confirm, but I heard it like out of the corner of my ear.
Oh my god.
There's probably more I can go in. Oh yeah, I have like extra sections too, so we'll get into that later. Number 2, Diana.
Okay.
I wrote, very tragic girl who usually roams the halls, softly crying or hysterically laughing to herself and muttering. And also would like snap her neck, move to a different location, and just like be pacing back and forth, kind of like that.
She kind of sounds like an SCP.
Kind of, yeah. Except this person was very mentally scarred, is the best way I could put it. They can talk like normally, kind of, hold a sort of normal conversation, but only around people they're very comfortable with, and seemingly is somewhat self-aware, because one time they came up and was like talking about, "Do you like Batman? Do you like Harley Quinn? Do you like Poison Ivy?" And so it was kind of like Arkham Asylum, I guess. And then the rest of her story is too tragic to write or use for content, so we will not be covering that here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I will talk about that later.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's move on to the next one. Let's get a funny one going.
3. Chris King.
So why is he called Chris King?
Because he sounds exactly like Chris King. Like, exactly. It was very weird. He was my roommate.
Oh.
He was a bartender.
Oh.
He was in there for a week-long... he, like, worked himself into psychosis, basically.
How do you do that? But wait, how the fuck do you do that?
Because he just wouldn't sleep.
Oh.
So he had, like, a week where he couldn't tell what was real, and he was like, some of the worst stuff was real. I don't know what that meant. I didn't really ask about what exactly happened because the guy was pretty chill, and he was really nice. I liked that guy. I would totally hang out with him. I think we have a guest coming in.
Yeah, we have challenger player Felix.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We won't say his in-game
I'll save
name.
number 4 for when Felix comes down because, yeah. Or I'll just keep going with 3. Chris King. Just a very nice person, pretty much. Great roommate. Kinda, I would go in there sometimes and just listen to him talk about his problems. And, yeah.
So I have a question.
What?
So this Chris King character, was he like, I guess you would say, the most sane?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you could actually hold a conversation with this guy. And, like,
Oh yeah, well, out of the people we've covered so far, definitely. Yeah, well, pretty much everyone. He was the most sane,
Oh.
other than yours truly.
Was he also like? Would he say anything out of pocket or anything like that, or like, do he have a sense of humor? I guess.
Yeah, he had a sense of humor. He had like drug problems and shit too, but like pretty much everyone in there had drug problems. And but yeah, he was a cool guy. He got into like fights a lot because he was a bartender, but never like picked the fights. It'd always be some drunk asshole fucking with him, and he would stand his fucking ground. Like he would not take shit from people.
Yeah.
He was very cool and nice. And shout out you, Chris King. I think you know who you are. I told you you sounded like my friend Chris.
Like they just share the same like voice actor or something.
Yeah, they share the same voice actor.
That's wild to think about. So Felix, for context, we are discussing the main event, or the main topic.
My psych ward Pokédex.
Yeah, his psych ward Pokédex.
I heard about that.
Yep.
Dude, it's been madness so far.
Oh, bro, we're barely like right now. We're kind of at like
The most tame
I,
person.
We're kinda at the-
I'll put it- I have 21 entries.
we're kind
Oh
of
my God.
we're kind of at the Rattata and Pidgeys right now.
And extras.
Dude, we started off with Mewtwo almost.
We kind of started
Oh,
off.
we're about to get into Charizard right now.
Oh, we get into Charizard.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Alright, so number 4, James. Southern meth and crack fiend. Has 8 kids with 7 women.
Oh, this guy, the one you were talking about. Okay.
Steals trucks. Constantly catcalls nurses and once ate thrown out Little Caesars while smoking crack behind a dumpster.
He's so real for that.
This
That-
guy
yeah.
is like top tier. I didn't meet
He
this
is
dude.
like legendary.
No, yeah. I think we should power scale these guys, to be honest.
We will. I need a pen though for that after. Alright, number 5. Terry.
This is Trainwrecks.
No.
Okay, let me know when Trainwrecks.
This guy, this is the guy I gave the podcast to. He's probably gonna hear this.
Let's
so.
go.
Oh, okay.
I put Egyptian king. He looks like an actual Egyptian king. Very nice person all around. Tragic family backstory, but extremely empathetic. And I won't go into the family backstory because it's very sad. And I know he's listening to this, so shout out to you. You were very cool.
Shout out.
That's like the most tame one.
Was he
Yeah.
like the next Chris King? Was he also the most like same person too?
This kid.
Pretty much, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chris King was in
Yeah, I was gonna say I missed out 1 to 3, so I feel like I'm missing a.
You're
Oh.
missing on the third one. The third one.
One
sound like
scary
Chris King.
Gary, creepy guy, calls patients his daughters.
Okay.
Talked about killing his family. Forcefully medicated and tackled by security because he got too aggressive. Diana, tragic, extremely tragic. So okay. So this person would laugh, and like when I came in, they were hysterically laughing, like
the Joker type laugh.
yeah, literally referred to herself as Harley Quinn.
Of course.
And I wrote the rest of her story is too tragic to write or use for content, so I'll go over that after. Chris King. Ah, I'm good. Okay, Chris King. I almost just said the guy's actual name. My roommate, chill, bartender, psychosis, but completely normal, pretty much. And, sounded exactly like Chris King, but I don't know
That's
if you...
why.
Yeah.
I see.
And then, yeah, okay.
Is it just
You're all
mental
caught up.
psychosis or what?
Like, week-long psychosis from maybe drug abuse and also lack of sleep, and work.
That would do it to you,
6.
Is this a new entry?
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic.
Oh, wait, no. Trainwrex TV, sorry.
This is Trainwrecks.
Trainwrecks.
Yeah.
Trainwrecks TV.
The guy looks and acts like Trainwrecks TV.
Who is Trainwreck Steve? I don't.
This is
He's a Twitch streamer who does coke and lives in a shipping container.
Does he?
Or used to. Now he lives in a high-rise apartment because he got rich off steak and gambling and shit and made Kick. No, he didn't make Kick. He is like a co-owner of Kick.com.
Damn.
Yeah. He also, if you, he just wins. Like, no matter what, he's like the trap card. He just wins. Like, everything. Like, he just wins. All the time.
That's insane.
So that's Trainwrecks. That's the real Trainwrecks. Now this is the guy we like to call Trainwrecks because he
Yeah.
looks and sounds and
He's
acts like Trainwrecks.
from the Eastern European country that it's Serbia.
Serbia. Let's just cut to
It's
Serbia.
I already said Nikola Jokic. Then moved to America. Truck driver who got very wealthy over COVID. Does a lot of cocaine. Threatens and fights cops all the time. Went to jail. Got divorced. Very knowledgeable about cars. And has a boat that he plans to live on once he gets out.
There you go.
Because he does not want to pay taxes.
Respect.
Also, he would like come up to... He'd talk your ear off. He's very cool, though. Please don't hurt me.
Oh no!
I love you. Like, actually, this guy's awesome.
Don't we actually have like an actual feat of power scaling him? Didn't he 1v9 of
Later.
later?
That's
I'm sorry.
coming later in the extras
I'm
section.
sorry.
Hold on the story.
Dan, shut up.
Every Serbian I know, like they have like a.
Oh, yeah, he like biceps.
No. They have like a secret like assassination thing, like I forget what it's called, but like every
Serbians
single
are cool.
Serbian I've ever talked to will like talk about like this one organization that all Serbs like know on the low.
Serbians
I
are
think we
awesome.
should not talk about that.
No,
Serbians
that's as
are
far as we're gonna get into it.
We're just gonna
I
go
can't-
with
I can't really get
Serbians
more
are
from
super
that.
awesome and cool. He also wanted me to buy a parking lot and get a trailer and survive the winter, but I don't have money for a parking lot. Sorry, dude.
Survival.
And then number 7.
That's how you get like the parking spaces. and
Number
stuff.
7, Kennen from League of Legends.
Okay.
Ganon
Go
from League
back.
of Legends.
Not much is known about him, but he seems to be literally fighting his demons, which means like he would punch the air and say "fuck you, Satan," and then also he would like shoot the air and like shoot the demons. So I think he was winning.
I think he's
against
more
the
like
demons.
Lucian.
Yeah.
He's like
Not on top.
he's like Lucian.
You can see the 4D dimension.
Mans
Okay.
was just playing COD Zombies IRL.
Yeah. I don't really know anything about him other than that, and I said hi to him like once, and he was like, "Hi." And also, he seemed to get better like throughout the time. Like he wasn't really doing that.
Character
Was
development.
that the one progressing? Let's go.
8. Sleepy. I'm just gonna go with Sleepy because that's what we called him the whole time. The real name doesn't even matter because I would forget it like every day because we just called him Sleepy because
Sleepy
he
Thomas.
seems
Sleepy
to have a
Thomas.
head injury and possibly children, but anytime you press him for information, he says it's confidential. Fuck me. Alright. Fake name. That was a fake name, guys.
Oh, well, at least we said it last time. There we go.
Been here for 2 years due to a criminal... Just censor that. Whoever the fuck is editing this. Been here for 2 years due to a criminal charge. Just walks around not bothering anyone and occasionally does a silly walk. Pretty cool. Also the first person I talked to when I got there. And I sat down for breakfast I was like, "Is the food good here?" And she was like, "It's okay." And I was like, "Is this your first day?" And then she was like, "No, I've been here for 2 years," and I felt really
That's
awkward.
fucking scary.
Jesus.
That is
Yeah.
fucking
And I
scary.
got really scared because I thought I was gonna like get locked up for 2 years or some shit.
That's like a prison sentence, if
Yeah.
anything. 'Cause you can't go. Like, I don't think you guys could go outside anytime, right?
10 Twitch streamer Destiny, or
Okay.
not?
Oh my
a
God.
Twitch streamer. Girl's name, by the way. YouTube. What a kick. Who fucking cares? Doesn't speak, but ripped a comically loud fart in front of me and 2 guards. So, Giga Chat.
The confidence is just not caring. I love it.
Paul 2. This guy looked like Paul Esposito. And if he was stuck in Dark Souls VR permanently.
Wow.
He also seems to have a disorder where he loses control of motor functions. You can laugh. It's okay.
Better motor
I was
functions than
laughing the
bowel
whole time
than
I was there.
bowel functions, you know.
Well,
12.
motor function.
Shut up, Liam.
Gertrude.
Gertrude.
Male.
Male.
I played Monopoly with him. Pretty chill guy. Very into conspiracies and refuses to take meds or sign any documents at the hospital. He is also very supportive and motivating. I can't even read my own handwriting. Claimed to have gotten all his clothes from a dumpster.
Wait, was he drippy? Like, did he have drip?
He had a yellow champion hoodie that was inside out that he'd rub with a sock because he liked how it felt.
What?
Interesting.
Rub it with
What's
a
it called?
sock.
When you mean by like he was motivating and supportive, like how do you be in
Like
that
when
kind
he
of way?
wasn't talking about conspiracies, he sat down next to me on like the first or second day and like asked me what I was there for and was like very good at listening and like very nice and supportive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 13, the Grandmaster.
Oh?
This guy wears a robe with a symbol on it and a
Oh.
red cloak under the robe.
Hmm.
This is the symbol we're all thinking of, or?
What? No.
Oh.
It's like a circle, like a circle thing, like weird circle thing.
Okay.
He constantly walks back and forth through the halls, putting cryptic notes with numbers and sigils on them, only stopping to eat, sleep, or take meds.
The Mason. The numbers Mason. What do they mean?
Mason, yeah, he thinks he is he thinks he's the Grandmaster of the Masonic Order, by the way. Yeah.
Bro, I had to look up what the Freemasons were.
I wasn't finished reading.
Oh, my
I
bad.
forgot.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes he will mutter random things as he passes people like signs and sigils. Or, I'll chop your head off. He believes he is the Grandmaster of the Masonic Order and has 333 and pentagrams and 6-pointed stars all over the walls of his room. He also loves Rihanna's music.
That's my guy.
What an interesting way to end that.
Yeah, he was like down the hallway and they asked what music they should put on and he just shouted, Rihanna! And then he like became like normal when Rihanna was playing.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy. Damn,
Maybe,
Sounds like I'm
maybe
making it
she's
up.
the master. If he's the grandmaster.
Yeah.
What's up?
Could you explain what the Freemasons are?
I
You said you read
I-
it a little bit, right?
just like a little bit, like just like a quick Google search, but I still don't really understand what the fuck they do
Mm-hmm.
because they're still around today. Like we actually have like there's a Freemasons chapter in Elmhurst.
Interesting.
Like I don't know if you guys ever saw
I've
the
seen it
lounge.
before, yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
cut out 20 and 21, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, but I really don't. I know like they're like an order from like long ago, but like and they're still around today. But I don't know what the fuck they do. It's like
Is it complicated?
no. If I had to compare him to anything, it's like Shanks from One Piece. Like what the fuck does that guy do?
It's like Illuminati type thing.
No, like it's like
Kind of.
Isn't
no.
it just like a union for workers?
It's
No.
okay. Half of them
Oh, you're talking
are
about
just
stonemasons.
half of them is like
You're thinking
basically
stonemasons.
like
Yeah.
it's just a group of like dudes that get together and just like drink and play, I don't know, like darts or something.
Mm.
Yeah, no, he's getting
It's
he's
kind
getting
of a
mixed up
boomer
with
thing.
stonemasons, like the people that like
Yeah,
like
like
layer down,
actual
like-
laborers.
Yeah, that's
That's
that's true.
different.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
don't know, we're going
And then the other half is like,
I thought the mason, like the word mason, was someone who like crafted.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing, but like I knew stonemasons and then
yeah,
what
they
they were talking about.
it's
were,
like kind of
something
like
different.
the other half is like kind of Illuminati type thing.
Yeah.
14. Caroline,
Okay.
old obese woman with the mental age of a toddler, likes the patients but screws with the staff, so she is based. And she eats pens, and she had to get surgery to get one of the pens out of her throat.
What the
And then she lied about eating pen to get into a hospital so she could eat better food. And she hadn't come back since she lied about that. 15. Connor, fuck it. Bro thinks he's Jesus. Skull emoji.
Skull emoji.
Love you, Connor, if you're listening. Don't just take your meds, buddy. He's 18. He's a baby. Extra. Can't read that one. Trainwrecks calls me King Mike the Fourth. I showed Trainwrecks a picture of the actual Trainwrecks, and he agreed that he looked like him.
Wait. How did you get a picture? How did you show him a picture? Do you have your phone on you?
No, one of the staff members pulled it up on her Apple Watch
Oh.
because she's chill.
That's cool. Yeah.
Real.
Shout out to that.
Shout out to Kendall. I don't mind saying her name because
She works there.
yeah, she works there. So, she's cool though. Most people here believe Jews control the world. That's not even a lie. These are some of the. This is authentic signs and sigils from the Grandmaster himself, with
Oh.
numbers. Actual sticky notes.
Wow.
And then these are from Kenan. This one is from Kenan, and then this one is just the sigils under it, without the numbers. Yeah.
Wow.
And then this is a picture I drew.
That's pretty cool.
That's very Kanye.
I think Colin would like this.
Colin should take that.
Yeah.
Put on a shirt.
This is another picture I drew.
That's some decent drawings in there.
Yeah. 16. Ella. Very nice girl. Have been talking to her, and it seems to help her a bit. When she isn't talking to people, she's usually roaming the halls talking to herself. Like, just having, like, full-on conversations with herself. And they're not even, like, bad or anything. They're just, like...
Is it like her talking to herself, kind of like rehearsing as like, oh, like what I'm gonna do for the day, or like,
It's almost like three people having a conversation.
oh,
Five
Yeah.
Nights at Freddy's character, I swear to God.
But it's like, I don't
It's
know,
like
it's
talking
like...
to the voice in your head type thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Extra continued. Gertrude has a turkey conspiracy that every meat from now on will be made from turkey because 2, and then it says in parentheses 2, like the number, R, and then in parentheses it says R, like A-R-E, key, like 2,
Swarky.
because he has some weird language thing where he thinks that, like the Bible starts with by because it's meant to divide people because of 2, because by is 2.
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I don't know. They did make every fucking meat out of turkey though. Like pretty much every meat was made out of turkey for the food there.
Maybe she
So
sounds
that's probably why he thinks that.
Yeah. 17. Joe. Guy who basically got abandoned by his parents here. Doesn't really know why he's... Oh, don't really know why he's here, but he's very nice. Likes Pokemon a lot and Nintendo. Has a ton of health issues. IQ is 108. He told me that. And
did you catch
here...
Did you know who his favorite Pokemon is?
Oh, no, I didn't ask.
Should have asked. That's like a
I
really
know,
important
right?
question.
He gave me these as a parting gift.
Oh, you got- wait.
Oh, there you
Hold
go.
on. Let me see.
What are they?
He got ALYLUM and Zarude.
Yeah.
Breloom.
I told him, he asked me
Breloom
what
is
my
such a
favorite
cool
type of
Pokemon, though.
Pokemon was, and I said grass type, so. Yeah, that guy was cool. He's been there for a year and a month. And it's almost his birthday, August 29th.
Wow.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Joe.
Joe.
I hope
Happy
you get
birthday,
out.
Joe.
Like, really. I hope he fucking gets out, because his parents need to, like, just fucking grow some balls and take care of the guy. 18. Fuck it. Kirby. That's his actual name, by the way. Kirby.
That's sick.
That's
Kirby.
nice with it.
Old guy that uses a walker. Like, really old guy that uses a walker and moves extremely slow. I thought he didn't talk, but he is able to. And when I found that out, I was very shocked, because he constantly makes grunting noises, and they sometimes sound like a race car, but most of the time they sound like the Minecraft villager.
Huh.
Yeah, literally.
Wait. So,
Yes.
the Minecraft, if you guys do not know, one day Mick was making.
I'm
The
pretty
Minecraft
sure you
villager
told this
noise.
story on the last podcast.
Did I?
Maybe?
No, I was just gonna say that you did the Minecraft noise like.
And
so
got
much.
jumped by 30 goons in the mall, right?
I mean,
Oh shit. Yeah, so Kirby makes Minecraft villager noises. And yeah. And the first time I heard him talk was when he just asked me if they had snack time, and my jaw dropped. I was baffled. I thought he just couldn't talk.
You think
So
he's
I
a
guess-
you think he's a wizard?
Yeah, probably. His name's Kirby, so that's pretty cool. I think he just doesn't have much to say, though, so that's probably why he doesn't talk. 19. We'll just call this guy the Statue. He was my new roommate, because Chris King left on Tuesday. So I had a new roommate until... No, he left on Monday, so I had a new roommate for 3 days. This guy would... Okay, so he came in, seemed like he was just doing the normal shit, like pacing around the room, being like... I thought he was just being like, oh, why am I here? This sucks, like everybody else does when they first get there. He was pacing around the room and shit a lot. Didn't really come out. I went in when he first got in my room. I asked him what he's there for. He said he got stopped, and it's a long story. Then he was like sitting on the bed, just kind of contemplating, is what I thought. And so I didn't really talk to him. I was like, okay, just let him be. Hour goes past, I walk past, he's still sitting there. I'm like, okay, yeah, of course, it happens, you know. Goes hour past again, go by, he's still sitting there. Hour passes, he's still sitting in the exact same position. I'm like, that's a little weird.
Jeez.
Eventually he stands up at his bed. Hours go past, just standing there.
Oh my.
Just standing there in my room. I have to go to bed now. I go in the room, try to go to bed, and he's still just standing there. I eventually do go to bed, wake up, nowhere to be found. I'm like, what time is it? Is it breakfast time yet? Go out, look down the hallway, see he's just standing in the hallway, like, next to the fucking people that are watching us. They don't care. They're not, like, trying to talk to him or figure out what's wrong with them. He's just standing there. I see him, immediately go back in my room. I don't even care what time it is anymore. Try to sleep again, get up, go out. He's been standing in the same position for 5 hours.
Jesus.
His jaw is like...
Five
He's just
Nights at
doing that.
Freddy's character, man.
Zombie.
Yes. He, like, sometimes shifts, maybe looks down a different hallway. Yeah. that guy, eventually, like, he did that for, like, 2 days. Not 2 days straight. He went into bed at some point. He did that for, like, 2 days, to the point where he was fucking reeking. Like, he stank. Bad. And he was in my room, and, like, as soon as he left the room, it smelled fine. You walk past him, it's like, you have to hold your breath. Eventually, they fucking call security on him, because they just wanna, like, they kept trying to, like, feed him. They'd, like, wave food in front of his face, be like, you wanna eat, you wanna eat. He wouldn't say anything, wouldn't do anything. Just standing there, and then eventually they called security on him, and he started talking, and he was like, I refuse to take medication and shit. Security came down, they were like, we're gonna forcefully administer it, and eventually he was like, okay, I'll take it by mouth. And then they had to, like, basically drag him into the back. Like, he couldn't, like, use his own feet, basically. And he took the medication, it did fucking nothing, pretty much. He went in the shower, I think he took a shower, but then he was standing there just looking, and there's certain shower times, so it was a problem. So he was just standing there again, he was like just looking out the door after he took a shower.
Wait, so he was butt-ass naked?
No.
Oh.
He got clothed, but he was just standing there looking at the staff. They got him out of the shower eventually, and I think he, like, went to bed or something. Also, Ativan does nothing for this shit. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people. They just go, oh, this guy's fucking standing still statue mode, give him Ativan. Oh, this guy's killing his entire family, administer the Ativan. Please give him the Ativan, sir. Like,
What is that supposed to do?
anxiety relief or something, but it did nothing. So I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Also, the dude was, like, giant. Like, he was really fucking tall. So, of course, it's gonna do nothing.
Yeah. You'd give
Then you don't know.
Extra... Oh, this page is big. Extra continued.
Ooh, this page is...
James had his first kid... This is the Charizard. James had his first kid at 13 with his mom's 43-year-old best friend.
Oh.
What?
Oh my.
That kid is
Yo,
now...
that guy is insane.
That kid is now 23 years old. He's older than me. One of his baby mamas took 13 counts of car theft for him.
That's a real one. That's a real one.
That's what happens when you
I'd
watch.
wife her up, no cap.
What's it called?
No,
Watch
he
the
was arguing with
entertainment
like he was
videos.
threatening her on the phone and shit.
Oh, okay, well, never mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when he told me the 1343 thing, I was like, oh, now I get why you smoke crack. Oh fuck, I said it again. Censor that, please.
Gwaanshow.
Randomly accuses
Gwaanshow.
people of groping her and gets aggressive if you walk too close to her. I thought she was normal. Connor told me he... Oh, fuck. Colin's on the way.
Yeah.
Connor told me he had 2 gallons of alcohol in his system when he was admitted and oxycodone, and I just nodded along because I thought he was crazy. And that's the kid who thinks he's Jesus.
Classic.
He also told me later information that conflicts with this. Fuck, what did I... Oh, Trainwrecks celebrated very loudly when he saw that a cop had been shot on the news.
Oh, Jesus.
And, like, he woke up...
He's like,
He, like,
Officer
he was,
down.
like, he was, like, banging on people's doors, waking them up and shit. He was like, officer down, yeah!
Wow.
Officer down.
The staff didn't care, by the way. Oh, and then this part is me just complaining about the staff. Staff told me conflicting information. They did not fix the water filter for a week, or my soap dispenser ever, because there was just no soap dispenser in my room. Connor's sink was also not fixed until the very end. They do not care for the extreme cases of mentally ill patients. We did more work helping them without pay than they have during their entire career. This doesn't go for the entire staff. Some of them are cool. But some of them are assholes. They even ignore bodily harm, like when the Grandmaster ripped his entire big toenail off.
Oh, what the fuck?
He was just walking around with it for like a whole day. They didn't even offer him a bandage. I look down while I'm in the lunch line. I'm like, holy shit. I talked to the fucking people handing me lunch. I'm like, did you see that guy ripped his entire toenail off? They're like, we know.
We know.
Fuck.
That's crazy. Bro.
Didn't even offer a bandage. These people are vapid, inhuman scum.
That's a real statement right there.
Extra continued. Fuck, what did I call the I'm just, Taylor. I'm just gonna call him Taylor now. Even though that wasn't what I called him before, but it was the guy who was pretty cool and normal. Fuck, should I even read this part? Fuck it. He tried to drive his car off a bridge. That's why he was in there.
What?
Gertrude burnt his own house down because he thought it was haunted and got raped by ghosts and demons.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I mean,
Yeah.
real?
He also said at one point he was a, 40-foot tall hologram with a 4-foot-long penis. And,
That would be
got it
interesting.
sucked by,
That
a
would be
hologram
interesting.
woman or
With
something.
a 40. Wait, he was 40 feet tall and a 4-foot penis.
Or, 400 feet tall. I don't know. He had a 4-foot penis. That's
that
all I
ratio is
remember.
crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You got a foot.
Why stop? If you're gonna say you're like 400 feet, why stop at 4 feet?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why stop at 4?
I don't
feet?
remember what
get
it was.
I don't get why.
The whole staff... Oh, yeah, and then last night the whole staff came down at 10 p.m. and role-played reviving someone on a CPR dummy while I was in the day room. And now we stop the recording for a bit.